clear to engage and
blazing fire.
So hi, I'm A6 Intruder, that's my in-game name. I was going to put a little series together about my first impressions of Arma 3. Okay, so I'm just booting up Arma for the first time. So it's coming into the main screen now. And I'm just going to drop into the editor and set up a scenario. So the first thing I want to do is go for a bit of flight in a helicopter. It's usually what I like to do. Have a look at the island and see what it's like. So I'm just going to have a look at the detailing on the helicopter. It looks like it's a better, the modeling's a little bit better than Arma 2 was. I mean, we had little birds and this is a similar type aircraft. Call this the MH9. So I'm just flying over Stratus now, and all the forests. Looks quite good. The LOD's popped a little bit, which that's expected in an alpha. Just flying over the terrain. In the forums I've seen comments that the terrain vegetation wasn't that good, but I was quite impressed for an alpha. They're going to improve it from here, and I'm sure the community will add something to it after that. I'm just tramping over the sea here. I was quite impressed with the water. Looked really nice. Lot better than Arma 2. It's sort of got a translucent look. It's a nice blue. Bit of a settlement over there. All the buildings are integral, which is impressive. Some of the textile line, got different type of buildings and structures. I'm just pushing it over here. So the airport's really well designed, modern, futuristic almost. Structures, the lowest aircraft shelters used in Afghanistan. So yeah, it's right up there. So next thing I wanted to do is go for a scuba dive. This is a totally new feature for Arma series. You've never been able to swim at all in the past. You'd jump in the water and lose your gear after about 30 seconds, and such an annoying feature. And then drown about 60 seconds after that. So being able to enter the water and move in it and swim, be able to place explosive devices on a ship, just adds a whole new dimension and mission types that you can have. So I'm taking the boat for a bit of a spin. I come across an interesting wreckage. So I thought I'd get in the water and have a look at it. So just got to and it's an Osprey, obviously come into land and not quite made it. So yeah, just being able to swim around the hull like this is just quite amazing. It felt like you were swimming. The animations are really well done. I mean, I actually dived myself, so I know what it's like. Sort of about 8 meters down, which is probably what this depth is. And you see the animations there, and he actually kicks. So it's really well done, and apparently they're going to refine it even more. So top marks there for this. So what I've done next is I've basically put the civilian module on, ambient civilians. So we've got a man in a car here, and then we've got some obviously parked cars on the side of the road, but it doesn't look too good. And we've got some civilians just wandering around, which is good to see. That's what it's supposed to do. We've got this guy here who he's just flooring it, and he's obviously right up against his house. So I went down to have a look and see if he was alright. as soon as I got there, he decided that's where he's going to park. So and he went. So now I've found a playground, and I've decided to go and have a look and see if you can actually use the slide, and actually you can, which actually really surprised me. Didn't expect that, so I was quite impressed. Not that that's really anything to do with warfare, but yeah, it's good to see that the objects in the world are actually sort of usable. Well, seeing this made me cringe a little bit, but you know, I'm sure they'll improve it. So time to try one of the enterable buildings. Yeah, looks all good. And now up on the hill, having a look over the town. And you can see the brown grass, bit of wind swaying, volumetric clouds, ambient civilian. So this is a graveyard, so I'll pop into the little chapel here, have a look at that. It's quite nicely done. And then let's look at some of the graves, and oh look, one hasn't been quite buried properly. Bit of a skeleton there. So now having a look at one of the installations on the island, the big radar dome. And it's climbing up ladders. The building itself isn't actually enterable, I don't think, because I couldn't get into it. But yeah, quite good to have a look around. Now let's checking out all the various vehicles that are in the game, or at least in the alpha. So you have basically 3 vehicles on blue and 3 on red. And they're the same vehicle, just with different armaments on them. And that says them all here. So we're going to take one of them for a drive. On with the they've got crows on them, crows weaponry. So they're controlled, turret controlled from within. Okay, so the interior looks pretty good. It's well textured, and a new feature is your hands actually move on the steering wheel. It's never been a feature before in Arma series, so good to see that that's working. Good sound from the engine. It's gonna take it for a drive to the end of the runway and discharge its weapon system. So that's the exterior, looks pretty good. You can see the animation within the cockpit. And suspension seems to work, which I think is a new feature as well. So now at the end of the runway, we're gonna just in the crow's gunnery seat, looking around at his control panel. From here we can fire the Mark 19, or it's given a different name than this, but basically 40mm grenade launcher. So that's what it sounds like from the interior. And we go to the exterior, what it looks like through the panel. And the muzzle flash there is just another new feature of Arma 3. So now I'm going to test out a helicopter. We'll just show you the range of helicopters that come with the Alpha. Basically 2 MH9s, or an AH9 and an MH9, and then the other KA-60 with the weaponized version, non-weaponized. This helicopter doesn't have the take-on helicopter flight dynamics yet, but apparently that may be coming, I'm not sure. Been reading in the forums. So yeah, the helicopter, apart from ours to do a forward roll on itself, it handles quite well. So this pretty much covers my first impressions of Arma 3. So overall, good improvement over Arrowhead and worthwhile picking up. Don't forget to like or subscribe, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Thanks for watching.